Hello, welcome back to another video. In this video we'll talk about exception handling. First we'll try to understand that what is exception handling, why it is required, some key concepts of exception handling. Then we'll move to the coding part as well throughout our video tutorial series. So without wasting time, let's get started understanding what is exception handling. Exception handling is a programming language construct or the mechanism designed to handle the occurrence of exceptions, okay, so which are usually error conditions that can disrupt the normal flow of program execution. So exception means the unusual or error conditions that can disrupt the normal flow of program execution. The primary goal of exception handling is to provide a structured and controlled way to manage the errors, and it also ensuring that the program can recover gracefully or terminate in a controlled manner. So now we'll discuss about some key concepts and the components of exception handling. So it having the two types of key concept, that is the first one is the exception and the second one is the exception handling blocks. Okay, so we already discussed about that. What is exception? Exception is kind of event that occurs during the execution of our program that disrupts the normal flow of the execution. So if we'll talk about the example, then it will be very much common known exception, that is the divided by zero. Like this one, there can be a file not found. If you are trying to fetch the data from a file which is present in a particular location, and if that file is not present on that location, you may get file not found. So this kind of exception you may get. Also, if you are trying to give a input which is not valid, in that case as well you may get the exception. So there can be different types of exception in several programming language. So we'll discuss all of them slowly, whatever it is required. Okay, and the second key concept is that, so whenever you are handling the error, you need to write the block of code to handle that particular exception. So that is actually the exception handling block. So it is nothing but a block of code designed to handle the exception. Usually it consists of try, catch. In some programming language, instead of catch there is a except, except. In some programming language this keyword also there, or this block is also there. And optionally that means you can use another block, that is the finally block. You can use that or you may not use that. Based on your requirement you can use the finally block. Now let me discuss about these three exception handling block. The first one is the try block. This particular block contains the code that may cause an error. The program executes this block and monitors for any exception. So whatever the code you will try to execute, we should write that code inside this try block. Now we'll talk about the catch block or except block. This block is executed if an exception occurs in the try block. It contains the code of handling the exception, so you have to write the code to handle the exception, whatever will happen in the try block. Okay, now inside the finally block, this particular block is optional and contains code that will run regardless or whether an exception was thrown or not. So it is often used for the cleanup activities such as closing the file or releasing the resources. So on that case you can use this particular finally block. Okay, so I hope now it's clear that what is exception and key components of the exception handling. Now we'll break down this concept in our coding section, and I'll try to show you how you can use those things or these things, how you can use this try, catch and finally in your coding. So I hope it's clear now. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.